Hello and welcome to Quirky Cat Crafts. This is Sherry and we are now on, oh golly you guys, I believe this is part 7, I think. I should have looked before I started filming, of the Dungeons and Dragons mixed media mosaic on the mirror. So what I'm going to be doing in this video is 3 different filler tile options. So the first I'm going to be doing is dragon scale texture with this sheet on Fimo Leather Effect black clay. And I had 2 different color shifting mica powders. I had green and purple and red and blue. And I tested them both out. The green and purple is here at the top. The red and blue is here at the bottom. And I like the red blue one better, so that's the one I'm going to use, even though I'm using all 4 colors on the mosaic, and I technically could do both, but because the room is primarily blue, we're going to go with the red-blue one. So that is what we're going to do first. And so I'm going to get my little sample out of the way here. Just testing it out, and I don't know how well it's going to show up on the film, but depending on which angle you look at it from, it can look red or blue. All right, so let's get going on this, shall we? And so let's get going. I haven't worked a whole lot with this Leather Effect clay from Fimo. I did attempt, let me show you this, painted swirls on it, and it didn't work very well at all. So we're going to see how this comes out. I'm not quite sure how it's going to work, but we're going to try it. If it doesn't work on the leather, I'll redo it on straight black clay. So, and Fimo does not mess around with their packaging. Scissors. The other filler options I'm going to be doing are cobblestone texture. I'm going to be doing that on a graphite pearl clay, and I'm going to stamp it with, I think, probably the white platinum ink. That'll be like the grout lines, so it'll look like either a path or a wall. So, and then the other one is the leafing, and I'm going to be doing a texture called cable knit sweater that I think is going to kind of look like chainmail when it's all said and done. We'll see. So we're going to run this through the, ouch, that's going to leave a mark. Run this through the pasta machine a couple times. So see, it does have a leather look. I don't know how well it'll show up with the mica powders, but we'll see. Okay. So these are reversible. And the way I did it on the sample was to have the bottom of the scale sticking up. The other way is to have it sticking down. And I got to decide which way I want to do it. I think I want to do it this way. So I'm going to make the texture, and then I'm going to trim away the excess before I do the mica powders. And then I'll do another sheet. I don't want to roll too hard on this, but I need a good impression. I want to make sure the clay gets all the way up into the, let's see. Yep, that's good. Okay, and we're going to release it. We'll go ahead and do this one. And then I'll trim it before I do the mica powders. Okay. So I believe this is going to be cuttable after baking. And so I'm going to do it as, wow, as sheets. So then I can cut pieces to fit as I need them. Guess we could test it out on my mess ups up here. Find a small piece. Oh, golly. Oh. So let's just see how it cuts, shall we? It doesn't crumble. Yep, it cuts well. Okay. Oh, I wasn't even lined up. Come on, get it together, Sherry. It is Sunday night. I had an unexpected 4 days off from work due to lack of freight. And as a result, my sleep schedule got all screwed up. So I didn't get up until about 9 o'clock tonight, and it's about 1 o'clock now, and I'm already tired and want to go back to bed. But if I go back to bed now, I'm going to wake up well before noon, and I don't even go to work till 6 o'clock. So I'm forcing myself to stay awake. Sorry about my head. Okay, so there's one trimmed up. Trim up this one. Let's go ahead and do this side first because it's pretty much straight. And hopefully I work this whole week coming up. The other team that runs the same route that myself and my partner run, one of them is taking the whole week off, and the other one is at least taking 1 day off, and then he's gonna do other things the other 4 days. So hopefully that translates to a full work week for myself and my partner. So, because missing 2 days ends up costing me about $400. And that hurts, especially when next weekend we're having a family get-together before my aunt and uncle head south for the winter. They spend the winter in Florida. And I'll be seeing my 2 great-nephews and meeting my great-niece, who was just born in August. And in an effort to not have a massive financial situation in Christmas, I was going to give them their Christmas money next weekend. And that's $300 because my family doesn't do a lot of get-togethers, and then I don't even live in the same town. So I do Christmas and birthday combined regardless of when their birthday is. So they get $50 for Christmas, $50 for their birthday, but they get it all at once at Christmas. So, and if they don't like it, tough. So before I start rubbing mica powders, we're going to see if we can get another decent sized sheet out of the scraps here. So it kind of stinks that I just lost $400 when I was going to be paying out an extra $300 on Saturday that isn't in my normal budget. But what are you going to do? I will figure it out. I will raid my savings account. And then hopefully I'll be able to replenish it at some point. Sorry, it's not. See, it's coming out with like divots and kind of messing up. That's a little better. Sorry, I'm not very talky tonight. When I do the... Yes, I'm in here, child. I know. When I do the chipboards for the little shelves that I'm gonna do, I'm probably gonna do most of them off camera. Like I'll do one on camera to show you guys how I'm doing it, but I don't think you need to sit here and, yes, I'm in here. Watch me paint 30 or 40 pieces of chipboard. I think that would be rather boring for you guys. So I will show you a couple to show you what I'm doing on them, and then I'll do the rest off camera. I probably should have had all this already rolled out before I started. All right, so we've got our 3 pieces of dragon scale. I'm going to make sure I'm in the shot. Ooh, almost wasn't. Wow, hang on a second, you guys. Here we go. It was messed up from when I had it moved, when I was showing the whole mirror on the halftime update. So, alright, so we're going to get a little bit of this out. I just put it straight on my cutting board, tap it with my finger, and then thunk my nail down a couple times to knock off any loose pieces. And then we'll just start doing a slow rub here. I do not know why my boys are being so gripey. Just fed them before I came up here, in the hopes that they would keep it zipped, but no such luck. For those of you that have not worked with mica powders before, the experts say wear a mask because you don't want to breathe in the powder, but I've been doing this for 5 years and I don't feel like I use enough of it to cause concern. So alright, kind of liking this. Again, this is just a little filler option. I'll have, you know, 6 or 8 pieces of it stuck in throughout the mosaic. What do you guys think? I think it's kind of pretty. I did sit down last night after my last video and went through the sticker book and made the final decision on what stickers I'm going to use. What I'm debating on now, I'm going to try and get most of this unused powder back into the container here. Because I have an awful lot of chipboard going on. So I might just do it. I mean, I might do it on chipboard, but like decoupage paper on top of the chipboard. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So then I'll have to decide if I'm going to use like glitter cardstock. Am I going to use some kind of a patterned paper? Am I just going to use plain solid colored cardstock? I do not know. So, all right, so there's our color shifting dragon scales. So get those on a tile to get them baked. Let's see, can you even tell? Can you tell that they're shifting color? Does that show up at all? I think it does a little bit. Anyway, yeah, so it's just kind of whatever angle you're looking at it from. So, all right, so that's number one. Okay. Let's do cobblestone. So this is a Primo accent color called Graphite Pearl. So it's like a dark gray pearl. It's not quite black. Okay. And I could have done this as a texture also, because I do have cobblestone textures, but I'm going to use a stamp instead and actually stamp ink on it. So, that piece is hard, so we're going to get rid of that. All right, let's run it through here. Got crumbles coming off. Ugh, look at that, you guys. That side's not too bad, but that side is ick. Okay, now we're getting a little better. Wow, that's weird. What is happening? We're just not even going to mess with that part of it. Not sure what's going on with that. I don't know if it's just kind of getting old and it's drying out. I know that this particular package has been open for 4 years. So, I don't know. I've never had a major issue with clay drying out and getting crumbly, but there's a first time for everything. But I keep all my open packages, in Ziploc bags, so sorry you guys, like it's stuck to my pasta machine, there's like a big chunk of it stuck on the wheel. See, that was all stuck on the wheel. All right, let's run it through one more time. But what is happening? There are methods to like re-soften clay that I've heard about. I guess they make something and then there's like, you can use, I think, baby oil or something, but I've never messed with any of that. Sorry, you guys. I should have had all my, excuse me, I have hiccups, clay conditioned before I turned the camera on. My bad. In my defense, I'm tired. Is that a valid defense? We'll go with it. All right, there we go. All right. White or silver? I think we want to go white. And I've got a couple of different options here. I've got, these are more round, these are more square, these are more square, these are brick. I think we're going to go with the really round ones. So I'm not gonna like try to line these up or anything like that. I'm just gonna make like probably 3 and then I'll trim them down, trim away the unused clay, roll it through again and probably go again. So all right, so let's see here. Let's see what we think. I want to do firm pressure because I actually do want the imprint. Uh-oh. I like that. You guys like that? I like that. I'll cut away this bottom part and then just have just chunks of, you know, can be a stone wall, could be a stone pathway. We'll do, I think we can fit 3 on here. I think it might have snowed today. I don't know. I was sleeping through it, so. But I saw a lot of posts on Facebook that people saying it was snowing and sleeting. And tomorrow, well, technically today, because it's after no, today's only Monday. Gosh, this is the other reason I don't like missing days of work. I lose track of what day it is. Tomorrow's Halloween. And sadly for the kiddos, it's going to be like a low of 17 here in Kansas. Just for that one night. And then it'll be up in the 30s and 40s the rest of the week for the lows. And the highs are going to be back up in the 60s. But today and tomorrow, it's a little chilly. And I maintain that's I blame Hallmark. Bringing out their Christmas movies already. so Christmas time said, okay, fine. Let's make it Christmas. And Halloween's feelings were hurt. That's what I think. This is a very quick and easy filler. I'm not going to do anything else with it except for cut it into... Now, the Primo pearls, which graphite pearl. So the Primo pearls do not generally cut well after baking. And so instead of leaving these in big pieces, I will probably cut them into kind of, I think I'll cut them in half and have like 2 long strips. Because I don't think I'm going to have a lot of square spaces to fill. I think I'm going to have a lot of strip spaces to fill. And sometimes you can trim strips down, but especially when you have a textured pattern, it may crumble. I don't know. I may end up going ahead and cutting it into pieces and going from there and calling it good. So, all right. So I don't want any of the ground in there, so we're going to go ahead and cut that part out. And I don't know. Sorry about my head. And that'll just get run back through the machine. I still feel like I want to do these in strips. I'll do a few square pieces out of one of them, but like this one, I definitely want to make it. God, I almost want to just bake it like that, or just cut it in half. No. Let's go ahead and do strips. I'm overthinking. I need another tile. So there's our cobblestones. It would also be very pretty, and I would probably use like a gold or the bronze maybe on like a brown or a tan if I wanted to do earth tone. But for this project, as I said, we are keeping it grays and blacks. So this one I'm going to cut. First of all, it's not straight. And if you don't start out with it straight, you have a problem later. So I think we'll do a thin strip and a thicker strip on this one. So and when I run all this back through the machine, the white ink will blend in, so it's not wasted clay. I think we're going to cut this one. Let's do one more. Again, we're not straight. Apparently I have crooked eyes tonight. Wow, that was really bad. Losing it, you guys. Losing it big time. All right, here we go. We'll do another, just pretty much half and half. All right, you guys, I'm going to do the rest off camera, and we're going to go ahead and do the leafing. Why? Because I'm already tired. And I don't feel like doing an hour-long video. So, all right, leafing goes on Primo Black. And this is bigger sheets of leafing than what I usually use, so I know I need, probably won't even use the scraps. I'll just cut a chunk off of the, yeah. All right. I'm sorry, you guys. Next time I'll have all my clay conditioned before I film. I promise. All right. Usually I'm pretty good at coming up with a nice square piece, but not tonight. Tonight is an off night. It also doesn't usually take me 50 times of running clay through the machine to get it conditioned where I want it. So the clay gods are not smiling upon me tonight. That's all I can say. All right, let's try. There we go. All right, silver leafing, come here. I have had this leafing for 5 years, so it's pretty tore up. Huh, I have 2 sheets there. That's not good. That is not good. See, pretty tore up. but I'll trim away the jagged edges. Got leafing everywhere. All right, we're gonna give this a quick roll so that we have a good bond with the clay. And then this is my cable knit sweater that I feel like it resembles chainmail. So let's see how it looks when we Yes, dear, I'm upstairs. All right, let's trim this down. Good grief, come on. All right, let's see if we can get it released here without too much distorting. Ooh, my crooked. My handle popped off. That's it, you guys. I'm losing it. All right. And this is going to be cut into just some thicker strips. So we are a little distorted here. So we're going to go to where it's not distorted. Do not have a good impression there either, or there. All right, so here's where the good impressions are. I can get pieces of that, that'll be okay. So. All right. So I'll probably just bake that just like that, because I'll be able to cut it down to how I want. All right, you guys. This is not working well for me tonight, but I think you guys get the point. So let's bring these in real quick. So there we have our filler options, our color shifting dragon scales, our cobblestone walls, and our silver leafing. Okay? All right, you guys, that's it for now. Thanks so much for watching.